When you're using the knuckle, not all muscles are created equal. Even when you're just addressing muscle tension in general, it's so human nature, I would say, to really look for where you're experiencing symptoms and address that. So, foam rolling your quads, or working, getting the ball in between your shoulder blades, or working on your jaw muscles. Those are actually secondary muscles that get tight as a result of the primary core muscles. So if you have, let's say, symptoms in the front of your neck that are really bothering, maybe your SCM is bothering you, or maybe your upper trap here is really bothering you, you need to recognize that it is absolutely important to release the muscles that are causing that tension first, before you go on to actually addressing the symptom of that particular muscle that's irritating you. When you have tension in your chest, in your pec minor, which is one of the areas that you can get at with the knuckle, this muscle, which attaches right to your shoulder blade, actually, there's a little coracoid process right here and goes diagonally this way. When that muscle is tight, it pulls your shoulder forward, rounds your shoulder forward. This roundingness of your shoulder creates muscle tension in other places, like your upper trap. If you even do that right now, if you kind of round your shoulder forward and then you feel this muscle up here, you can feel that it's tight. And then if you bring it back like this, it becomes soft, right? So this roundedness here is responsible for creating tension in your upper trapezius muscle right here. Similarly, this roundedness can create tension in the front of the neck. It changes the alignment of the head and the skull, can make the jaw tight, can work its way into lots of different places. It changes your range of motion of your shoulder. It pulls on your rhomboids, makes your rhomboids tight in the back of your shoulder. It makes your rotator cuff tight. It can pinch your rotator cuff, like all kinds of things. So it's super important to address first the primary cause, right? And that's why you were gonna put pressure on the pec minor and work there first before you start addressing any of those other things. Similarly, the roundedness here also comes with a head forward posture, which creates tension at the base of the skull. When your head is forward like this, these teeny tiny muscles here that connect your skull to your neck will get tight. It's that tension. Similarly, even if I hold really good posture here with my chest and I go like this, guess what happens to that upper trap muscle? It turns on. And then if I go like this, it turns off, right? So that tension affects all these other areas that we're talking about in the body. In particular, this one creates tension to the front, creates tension to the upper trap, actually even creates muscle tension down your spine into your rib cage and in your mid back and your paraspinals. So you want to first address the base of the skull and the pec minor in order to get at the root of the problem of other areas. Then you can go in and work on the upper trap, for example, which you can use the knuckle for that, or these other areas in between the shoulder blade or the neck, but only if you first release tension at the base of the skull and your pec.